we're going to continue on from the project, guys. Today we're going to insert the internal doors and windows. So we're going to start off by inserting doors, then we're going to modify the doors, and then we're going to insert the openings between the living room and the dining room. So to start off, let's open up the file. So how do we open up the files? I don't recommend right now using the recent documents. If you guys are copying it like multiple places, you could confuse it. So just open up your your project navigator, and from there open up the constructs, open up architectural, and open up your entry level. This way you're sure you're using the right one in the right project. So this is where we were yesterday. Let me just get rid of this dimension, and then we have it. Good. So now we're going to go on before we start and go to our options. We're going to go to the options, and we're going to go to AEC object settings. So we're going to scroll to the right. AEC object settings right over here, and we're going to make sure that we have the automatic attach on. Alright. Once you save it, it's going to save that settings to your drawings. So press apply. Okay. There we go. So now we're going to go to the tool palette, and we're going to look at doors. So I have some doors now. And we're going to go look for hinged single. If you don't have this door, do the same thing we did yesterday. Make a new tab, go to tools, content browser, add a door, and copy them in. We all remember how to do that? Okay, just in case, you go here, right click on it, you go new palette, type in doors, then you go to the content browser. We're using Imperial today, so let's use Imperial. Go to doors and windows, open it up, and you can select the doors you want by clicking on it, like so. So right clicking, and you can do apply to tool palette. In the case for us, I already have the door there, so I can continue. So I'm going to do hinge single door. And now you notice that on the pop-up, it's asking us which wall do you want to select. So in this case here, we're going to open up our drawing, and we're going to click on the wall right over here. We're just going to click on it, and right away you notice by you clicking on the door, you're able to do it. So again, by doing it, you're able to just click, and you notice whatever wall you click on, the door will automatically start hovering beside it. Before we place the door, we should go look at the properties. In this case here, we see that the standard size is 3 feet by 7 feet. And we have it, the width is 3 feet, the height is 7. You have the AB to show you what it is. Measure to inside frame, 90 degrees open, relative to the grid. So you have a bunch of different settings we have set over here. So we're just going to make sure that we're using the 3 foot by 7 foot, which is right over here, which is selected. We're going to make sure that position along wall, we're going to go put it as offset center. We're going to put the automatic offset as 2'4". So it's going to go 2'4" from the middle. Make sure it's centered, and we don't need multiple inserts, so we're good. So now we're just going to go back, click, and right away you notice it went right away towards the middle of that door, of that wall, sorry. So we're going to go click here, and you see the 2'4" that we set up is right there. So there's our first door we inserted inside our drawing. Let's do another door, same one again, hinge single. This time we're going to go change the offset to 4 inches, I think. Hold on. To 3 inches. And we're going to add this door here this time. Oh, I closed the door. On the wall, right over here. Hey, deleted the wall. Let's do it again. Let's do the hinge single. Choose this wall first. And before selecting it, let's put an offset of 3 inches. Like so. So right there is going to have an offset of 3 inches for that door as well. Good. Now we're going to add a third door. We're going to place it. Again, let's do another door. Click on this if you want. You could do add selected, which is the same settings as before. And we're going to put it so it goes in the center. Perfect, centered. And we're going to put it 4 inches if you want, so it goes equally in the middle. And this door here is going to go right over here. So now we added the doors that we needed. So we added 1, 2, 3 doors, all of which were hinge single, and the properties were 3 feet wide by 7 feet high. Inside frame, the doors open 90 degrees. Now, when it says swing angle, if I go to this door here, or this one here, and I go and put 0, the door is going to be closed. If I go put it at 75, it's opening a bit. If I go put it back to 90, the door is fully opened. So you can adjust the swing of the door. Some of you also notice that if you, by clicking on the door, you have little arrows here. This arrow here flips it to the opposite side. You can flip it inward, you can flip it outward, depending on what the needs is of what you need. These are called modifying the doors. Okay, we're just flipping the orientation. So even if you placed it the wrong way, say you place this door going out like this, you could just use the arrows to flip it. You don't need to delete the doors. So now we're going to do some customizing of a door. We're going to modify the door right over here. So I already showed you how to flip using the grips. I showed you how to change the swing direction. Now I just want to show you how to change the size of a door. So we have the door right over here. We're going to go now and change it. See? Right now it's 3 by 7. We could go here, click on the width, and actually just type in 2'6". And what's that going to do? It's going to make our door smaller. Now, I did something wrong before. See here? It's not centered anymore. Why is it not centered? It's because before I put an offset of, I think, 4. So if I undo that, and I delete this door, and I re-add the door again, this time I say offset 0. Oh, what just happened to my drawing? What the hell? There we go. A little bit of a glitch. Go again, click this door here. Selected. This time I'm going to put 0 offset. And now if I just click on the wall here, it's going to automatically center this door in the middle. This is what I want. Oops. What's going on with my computer today? Let me just save. Something's getting wrong here. Let's do it again. Hinge door. Let's get offset center. I think I have snaps that are going on for no reason. There we go. And now it's offset to the center. I'm going to flip the orientation. Sorry about the coughs. And I'm going to change the size like we did before, 2'6". And you notice it stays in the middle because I didn't have the offset set. Good. Any questions? No. You see how simple it was to change the size of a door? Literally just click on the door itself, go to the properties on the right, if you or your left, wherever you have it, and you're able to set the actual. So now that we did this door here, we're going to go to the opposite side door, and we're going to flip this door in and against this wall here. So all you do is you click the door selected, use the flip arrow, use the flip, and now it's going inside the actual room. It's very simple to move the doors back and forth. Alright, so we add doors. We could also add another door here. I think we're adding one here. Just give me 1 second to look ahead. So we're going to add another door centered, so same door that we have here. We're going to add selected. We're going to use this wall here, and it's centered to the middle. So we have another door placed here. So total, we should have 1, 2, 3 doors. I think I deleted this door before. Is that why it's missing? But total, you should have 3 doors. Once you have the 3 doors set, just press save for now. Because if you notice, it keeps crashing or deleting stuff that we had before. Good. So now that we have that door set, we have this one set. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to start inserting openings between the living room and the dining room. So in our case here, this is the living room, and this is the dining room right over here. We're going to go set them up right now. So we're going to go to our doors, and we're going to look for one that's called cased opening right here. You're going to click on it, and this is just an opening for the door. So there's no door, it's just an opening in the wall. And the sizes we're going to put is for the width, we're going to type in 6'7". For the height, we're going to type in 8 feet. So we have the width and we have the height. So now we're going to position it again off the offset center. And we're going to place it in between this wall here. So right there. Make sure my snap is off. If it's snapping to that corner, just do Control None. Control right click, hit None. And it's going to grab it right in the middle of that room right there. And like that, we have now an opening that goes through our dining room and our living room. So good. So now if I go look at hit save. Now if I go look at the 3D. You see we have the one door we placed, the other door over here, and the opening in the wall right over here. Let's go back to top view. So we have the views placed. Let's press save. It's always good to save. This way you know that it's, in case it crashes, you don't lose that much work. Now that that's done, we're going to insert the doors and windows into the elevation walls. So we're going to start off by inserting the 3 patio doors in the kitchen, dining room. Then we're going to reposition them. Then we're going to edit the end caps. Then we're going to modify the patio doors. Then we're going to move the patio doors. Then we're going to add some windows. And then we're also going to insert the entrance door and modify it as well. So for the patio doors, we're going to go back and load the doors again. We're going to look for hinged double full light right over here. We're going to click on them. And again, before you start clicking like a mad person, check to see the values before. I know you could change it afterwards, but if you do it now, it's a little bit easier. So the width is going to be 5'3", and the height is going to be 8 feet. We're going to set it to offset center, which is perfect. And the threshold height is going to be 0, so we don't want it to lift off the ground. Good. So now we're going to position it on the top wall right over here. Click on this wall here. And we're going to add one over here. So we're going to go like this. We're going to add one over here. I don't know why my dimensions are not popping up. Do I have dynamic input off? Let's see. Before. There we go. It was off before. If you have dynamic input on when you're doing the doors, it gets a lot easier because when you click on the wall like so, you notice it gives you the dimensions. So make sure you have dynamic input on. Let me go back and change the settings of my door again. We said 5'3" wide, 8 foot high, and we said offset, automatic offset. We're going to put it to 3. Center, no, threshold to 0. So we're going to start off with our first door, which is going to be placed right over here. So you should have it at 5'3" wall going inside like this. Click. Let me just make sure I have no snaps on. None. And click. We click this wall door again. And we're going to click on the anchor option. You're going to get this pop-up over here. And we're going to make sure that we position it along the midpoint of the wall from 0. And center to the objects, which is perfect. Press OK. And there we go. Our door is placed perfectly where we want it. Alright, now we're going to add a second door. So we're going to go place the door again, same door. We're going to put it on this side over here. But this time we're going to make sure we have a distance of 3 foot 2.5. There we go. That one's set as well. And also another door on the other side, like so. Hit tab so you get your dimension. And we're going to put it again at 3 foot 2.5. There we go. So now we added our 3 patio doors in the back. If I change it from medium to high details, you're going to notice that it looks like this. The doors are actually going to be higher detailed. Let's go check in 3D again what we did. So you see here, we added 1, 2, 3 doors in the back as well. Once you have those doors set, and you go back to 2D wireframe, let's lower the details back to medium. Let's hit save. Good. So I'll give you guys some time to... Alright, so now we're going to reposition the patio doors within the walls. So the frame thickness of the patio door will change, and the patio doors have to move along the wall thickness that the exterior face of their frames and interior faces of the insulation have to fall in line. So first things first, we got to make sure we have dynamic input on. So again, dynamic input is right over here. If you don't have this little icon over here, we go to the little right corner, and we will make sure we have dynamic input set over. I don't even know where I have it. So I got it in my face, but I don't see it. Right here. Thank you. So now that we did that, we're going to go edit the styles of the door. So we'll just take one door, for example, and we're going to go do edit styles. It's going to open up the styles of the full hinged, full light. Double light, sorry. From here now, we're going to go to dimensions. And we're going to make sure we take off auto adjust off. And we're going to set the depth of the wall to 4 inches. And now if we press OK, you see that the doors went back. Now we're going to grab all the 3 doors. We're going to grab 1, 2, 2, 3, and we're going to right click on them. Okay. From here we're going to do reposition within the wall. And you're going to get a little red line. We're going to position it so the red line goes in the middle of the, is right over here. So we're going to click this point here. Click. And move it all the way up to here. Did it work? There we go. So I brought it forward. So we type in 0, and it's going to throw it right above this. So it lines up perfectly with our brick on the inside. So before it was up here, we clicked on the line, then you click the second one and you type in 0 to drop it down to the 0 line. So now that that's done, the next step we're going to do is we're going to edit the end caps. So these are the walls over here. So right now if I go 3D, you see it's not flush. I see 2 different materials placed. So what I'm going to do, go back to the top view. So now we're going to edit the opening end caps and turning the brick component by the opening. So we want the brick over here to turn to close that section off. So we're going to grab this wall right over here. And by clicking on it, you're going to see we have a pop-up saying end cap edit in place. Now it says select a point near the end cap. So we're going to go choose this point right over here. Like so. And we're going to stretch the brick. We're using clicking once. We're going to grab it and we're going to move it 2 inches. So type in 2, like so. Then we're going to grab the bottom one like here and grab it to make it snap, or 3 inches. Like so. Okay, once that's done, we're going to press Save As. We saved it, yeah, and now press Finish. For the name, we're going to call this Door 3D. Door 2D. And we do it to not apply to all sides, apply to the start, the end, and the head. We don't want it at the bottom. And press OK. It should have adjusted. I don't know why it stopped there. Let's see. So something went wrong with our wall cap. It should have closed. Let's see if I put high detail. So we're going to go back and modify. So we're going to undo that. So something went wrong. So let's undo it to redo it again. Okay. So let's start off again. We'll go from this corner here. Click on the wall, like we said. End cap edit in place. Click the one nearest, so it would be this point right over here. Hopefully everybody's at the same point I am. Sorry, and then I'm coughing. Click right over here. Come on. Right here. And now if I grab this edge here, I should be able to move this 2 inches. And I should be able to grab this one 3 inches. See, now it looks good, so I don't know why it doesn't. Something went wrong. I undid that. So I did one component. One side works nicely. It's when we do the second one, it doesn't want to go. Okay, so we're I think I'm jumping ahead. We're just going to make it go forward like this for now. Press OK. Save. Finish. And now do the same thing we did before. Call it. I jumped ahead before. I hit save, and now if I go back again and I grab this point and I move it down now, it shoots it back up again. Why? Why can I do this? If I grab this, was it easier? Okay, so I have to grab the arrows for it to work. I don't know. I tried using the little flat one. It didn't work. What I did is I used the end points, and I grabbed it down. Now it worked. So if I press Finish, Save, and now I call it, it's going to work now. Door 3D. Door 2D. And like we did before, we're going to make sure we take off the sill and press OK. This is how it should look. So before it was a little bit of a glitch. We see it? Should I redo it again to show you guys? Okay, so I'm going to undo it again and watch, okay? So this is it. Cancel. We have the piece here. Everybody look up. This is the end piece. So we're going to grab the sill, the corner. We're going to go now and press Edit End Cap in place. From here now, we're going to go grab this corner right over here. Click. And now you notice by doing that, it's going to activate the little green line. Pull it out 2 inches. So now it works. If you pull this one down, it's going to glitch. So what you do is grab the corner and bring this one down to this corner here, and this corner here down to this one over here. By you doing that, see the brick is going all the way through. All that's left to do is hit Save As, Finish, and now you could just type in again, Door 3D, Door 2D, and just uncheck the sill option. And like that, if I go look at my 3D, on higher detail, you see that the brick actually closes off nicely. You have to be in high detail for that option to work, because they don't. If when you're in low detail, you want to use as less details so the computer can go faster. Perfect. So now that that's done, if I go back to the top view, you see that the brick's going all the way across. So now we notice that if by looking at the door it's fine, we have the brick perfectly aligned here, but what do you notice about the other side of the door? Now there is a 2-inch gap difference over here. So we're going to take this frame and move it to make it bigger. So we're going to grab the door. We're going to right click and do select similar. So it's going to grab the 3 doors that are all at 3 the same. Now we're going to go to the width and we're going to change it to 5'7". And our height, we're going to change it to 8'2". And press enter. So now our doors are getting bigger. The next step we're going to do is we're going to edit the door style. So right click, or right up here, edit door style. And we're going to go to the frame width, which is right over here, to 4 inches. Press OK. And now we have the little box showing again. So now we have the frame that looks nicely put. Okay, so now we have the line nicely. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move the patio doors along the wall length. Before I do that, let's just hit save. So we're going to select the left patio door, which is right over here. And we're going to use the option right above where it says reposition along wall. Now we're going to select the positioning of the opening like it says. You're going to see a red line is going to appear once you click it. See the red line here? This is the red line that we're talking about. So we want the red line to go flush with the other side. So we're going to click. We're going to get it to go over this side here. So if I click here, there we go. And I click here. Now, and we're going to bring it back. Something went wrong here. Give me 1 second. Alright, so now we're going to reposition along the wall. So we're going to grab the door. We're going to go reposition along the wall. And now we're going to go grab the door right over here. You're going to see it's a little red line. Click from this point all the way next to the other one on the opposite side. You're going to click this right over here. And now you're going to put a distance of 3'9". Perfect. It's going to move it. You should have it. It's going to move. I did it and I paused by accident, so I redid it to show you guys. Alright. You type in 3.9. If I do it again just to show you. From here to here. If I change it now to 4'3", see it's going to move it back. So just to show you how it moves, you're going to move it back and forward along the wall. So it should be left back to 4.3. It's just to show you how to go from one step to the next. Now you're going to select the right door. You grab the center. And you can move it along also like you see here. So I can move it 6 inches along one path. So if I go check, I should have a gap here of 4'3", 4'3". Let's just check. Oops. From here to here. Oh, I think my numbers are a little bit off. 4 foot 1. 4 foot. Actually, ours is pretty good too. I can leave at 4.1. They're both equally spaced. That's all that counts. Nice. Save it once you're done. Now we're going to start adding windows. So for the windows, I'm going to do a new video, so this one is not that long. Thank you so much again. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and follow.